Hello, grade 11. Today we're going to be covering chapter 7, lesson 1, sleep and dream. What's meant by consciousness? It is a state of awareness including the person's feelings, sensations, and perceptions. People have different levels of awareness. They vary actually from alertness to conscious to non-alertness. So we have two different states for our minds, whether it is conscious or unconscious mind. We have two different kinds also of persons, people who are fully aware and people who are not aware. Sleep actually is a state of consciousness. Although sleep is a major part of human and animal behavior, it is extremely difficult to study. Yes, because you are going to discuss it with the one who sleeps, it is hard for the researcher to ask a sleeping person. So how do we study sleep? Actually, we use a very special device which called electronic encephalograph device that record the brain activity. The abbreviation for the device is EEG. Why do people sleep? Actually, we believe that people sleep for different reasons. The first reason is some people believe that sleep is restorative. It is the time when the brain recovers from exhaustion and stress. So we sleep in order to get rid of stress. Others believe it is a type of primitive hibernation. We sleep to conserve energy. So the second reason, we sleep just to conserve our energy. Other people believe it is an adaptive process. In earlier times. People used to sleep to keep humans out of harm animals, away at night when they were most vulnerable. So people used to believe that in the past people used to sleep in order to be protected from the animals' harm. Because actually when you are asleep, it is the most vulnerable state you are facing. Others believe we sleep to clear our minds of useless information. Also others believe we sleep just to dream. So these are different reasons why people sleep, but after all, it is unconscious process that we need to do it actually every day. Stages of sleep. We have different stages of sleep, which are called NERM. So we have also two different types of sleep. We are going to talk about the first one, which is the NERM, and the NERM is non-REM. Stage 1. As you fall asleep, your body temperature and pulse rate decreases. While your breath becomes slower, your eyes close, your brain shows alpha waves on the EEG associated with the absence of thought. So this is stage 1. Stage 1 begins when you fall asleep, your eyes close, your brain starts to show alpha waves on the EEG. Stage 2. Actually, stage 2, your breathing became uneven and your brain waves become irregular. It lasts for 10 minutes. If you are awakened, you will feel like you are drifting. This phase is marked by the theta wave. So again, this stage or stage 2 lasts for 10 minutes and your breathing become uneven and your brain waves are also irregular. If you are awakened in this stage, you feel that you were drifting. Stage 3, your eyes roll slowly from side to side. It lasts for almost 30 minutes. Later, you drift down into a deeper sleep. This is stage 3. Actually, stage 4 is the deepest sleep. It is difficult to awaken a sleeper in this stage. It is also large regular delta waves. So here starts the delta waves that may occur to indicate very, very deep sleep. Here happens uncommon sleep events such as wetting your bed or sleepwalking. Actually, stage 4 is the stage or the most appropriate one for the sleeping problem that we're going to be covering later on. If you remain in this stage for many hours, this is stage 5. So if you start stage 4, and you continue in it for several hours, you will be moving in stage 5 to stage 5, which is very important for your physical and psychological health. So how does the REM sleep differs from other sleep stages? As I told you before, we were studying the NERM or the non-REM sleep, but we need to differentiate between the NERM and the REM sleep. How they are different? While your muscles are more relaxed than before, your eyes begin to move rapidly. You have left stage 5, 2, or 4 REM sleep. A stage of sleep is characterized by rapid eye movement, a high level of brain activity, a deep relaxation of muscles, and dreaming. Arms and legs are paralyzed, but your brain shows waves that resemble a awake person. It is called active sleep. So what's the difference here again between REM and non-REM sleep? REM sleep, actually, it's another stage of sleep, but it happens after several hours of deep, very deep sleep. Your body starts to awaken, but your brain activity is very high. Your eye movement is very high level, but you have deep relaxation of your muscles and dreaming. Your arms and legs, you cannot have control over your arms and legs. They are actually paralyzed. And also your brain shows that you are active, you are awake, but you are still asleep because you cannot move either your arms or your legs. So this is called the active sleep. The REM actually lasts from 15 minutes to 45 minutes. The whole cycle of sleep takes around 90 minutes. So it helps the learning and the memory process. So the REM sleep has a very different benefits. The most important one, it gets you into deep sleep, which helps the learning process and also the memory process. That's why sometimes some people tell you to study hard before you go to sleep. This information won't be erasable easy, but it will be fixed inside your mind and your brain. Sigmund Freud was the first one to study dreams. We have studied Sigmund Freud in term 1, and we said that he was specialized in the unconscious mind processes. He hypothesized that dreams are symbolic for things that are unaccepted in conscious level. So they are also unconscious wishes. So Sigmund Freud always says that you have inside your mind conscious wishes and unconscious wishes. Actually, unconscious wishes do not approve with the society and the behaviors and the culture. So you need to meet our cultures, our behaviors in the society. So you need to meet these needs. You cannot having unaccepted behaviors. So he says that dreams are a way, that you'll be using in order to get rid of the unconscious or the unwanted wishes. Sigmund Freud levels of consciousness. He said that we have 3 different levels of consciousness. We have the conscious level, the pre-conscious, and the unconscious level. As you can see here, in this drawing, this is a resemble our mind. So you can see here at the very top, you will have the conscious mind, which have our thoughts and perceptions. Here, the pre-conscious level, which has stored knowledge and memories, and the unconscious level, which has the things that we cannot show in front of people or things that do not apply with our culture, such as violent motives, unacceptable desires, fear, irrational wishes, shameful experience, or selfish needs. So this is our brain, or this is our mind, which consists of also, again, conscious, pre-conscious, and unconscious. What Sigmund Freud says that dreams is a way in order to get rid of or to show the unconscious level, which we cannot show in front of people in the conscious level. And also sometimes our dreams are affected with our memories or the stored knowledge, which happens or occurs in the pre-conscious level. What's meant by the circadian rhythm? People seems to have biological clock to regulate their sleep and their wakefulness cycle. Your blood pressure, your heart rate, your appetite, your secretion of hormones and digestive enzymes all follow this rhythm. It is biological clock that is genetically programmed to regulate your psychological and your physiological responses within a time period of 24 hours, but it doesn't control our life cycle. Actually, it just regulates them. So this rhythm or this circadian rhythm, actually, it's like a biological clock. It genetically programmed to regulate our physiological response, such as hormones, heart rate, blood pressure, and your awakeness or wakefulness cycle, which happens during a day or 24 hours. This is all for this video. Thank you and meet you next week, inshallah.